All married men have nightmares. I have my share of nightmares too. The nightmare of my mother-in-law coming and staying with us for an indefinite period. There are nights when I get up screaming in the middle of night for reasons best not known to my wife. Or so I thought. One night, last summer, I got up in the middle of night. Ah! My wife was there. She barely stirred. She said, Shailesh, my mom is not due here for next 6 months. Then she looked at me again. She said, what's wrong? I could hardly speak. I said, toothache. Mr. Contest Chair and my friends, the next day, I decided to hunt for a good dentist to show myself for a checkup. I went to 3 different dentists and I rejected them on different reasons. No AC, no patients, no receptionist. Finally, I selected a dentist who was close to my office. Now believe me when I say, the reason that I selected the dentist was not because she was a lady. On the day of my first appointment, I went there with my new white t-shirt and jeans. And I sat on the reception. While I was waiting, I remembered Baba Ramdev and quickly did a few pranayams to tone up my abs. As I was called in, I could see that the doctor was dressed in a red suit and she had a ponytail. Now I have something with ladies in ponytail. Cuteness, you know. As she turned, I saw she had a mask on. It was as if my pony had caught a cold. She said, yes sir, come and lie down. Now there is something about this sir business I get totally put off. So much so that I missed out on the critical instruction of lie down. As I sat on the dentist chair, the first class reclining chair, she put on some music. Actually, some red wine would have perfectly completed the movie. She came and perched herself on a stool next to me and looked at me and said, what is the problem? I felt like saying, your mask. I pointed here and I said, ache. Well, she was a really good looking woman with big brown eyes and she looked at me with great interest. She leaned over me really close and she smiled at me and she said, I can see you have some feelings. I said, yes. How do you know so fast? She said, I look, your lower premolar and molar has peeling. I said, you are from Odisha. This is peeling. There's this feeling inside my tooth. She said, yes. She said, how do you know? I said, never mind. She then proceeded to detect that I had a rotten tooth because of improper care. And she prescribed a root canal treatment. That sounded so horrible, root canal. It's almost like, Panama Canal. I came back quite terrified from my meeting with the dentist. My wife asked me, how was your dentist? I said, horrible, just horrible. She became suspicious. She said, why? What is the problem? I said, she doesn't know her job. She said, she? Your dentist is a she? Next time I'm also coming with you. So, the next time I went to the dentist, I went there properly dressed and she asked me to sit on the chair. As I sat on the chair, she took out a big looking, fat looking injection with a long needle. Instinctively, I turned this way in the chair. She said, no, not here. Open your mouth. I said, what? Yes, believe me, she stuck the whole damn thing into my mouth. And after that, my eyes went swimming and everything was hazy. She said, go outside and I will call you, call you, call you. Everything was echoing around me. As I went outside, believe me, my jaw and everything below started disappearing. I was quite alarmed at the idea. Anyway, I sat there for some time and then she called me back. And as I sat there on the chair again, before she could start, I went like, ah! She said, what? I've given you an anesthesia. I said, yes, but not in my fingers. Your knees are crushing my hand. She said, oh, I see. I'm sorry. And then what happened was, there came an assistant and they had a big instrument like that, dangerous looking weapon which went zzz. I said, look here, I came for a toothache, not to get some furniture made. She and her assistant then proceeded to put that drill into my mouth and one went zzz, and the suction pen went zzz. For eternity, they went on like zzz. It's like one of those old properties in high-tech city where they drill for water all night and get nothing. So after the whole thing was over, I came home terribly terrified. And then the next time came. She said, well, after the first session was over, she said, well, it was not so bad, was it? I said, what do you mean? It can be worse also? She said, no, you don't worry. So 3 times, next 3 sessions of drilling and suction that went on for eternity in my mouth. And I pledged in my life. I said, in my life, whether I have a bath or not, whether I comb my hairs or not, whether I change my... Never mind. I will always brush my teeth twice a day, and if required, in between also. Now I think it's time for me to brush my teeth again. Contestant.